strike and march in France on that very issue. So that is why it is confrontational. So, in other words, they didn't have any respect for our culture and our religion, and they are asking us to sign up. You are there to tell us when to sign up and what to sign up to. All the same, I think the government of the Gambia is right. I mean, sovereignty is not discussable. Our independence is assured, and that we as Gambians under Article 232 are supposed to protect the dignity and sovereignty of the Republic of the Gambia, whether you are an MP or a farmer. And that we will all do, and we will do it for the Gambia. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
The basis for this debate and what our position is. I have said categorically that we are a sovereign state, sovereign independent state. I said we are open to dialogue on all issues that would add value and that would be for the interest of the Gambian people. I have said that Article 8 or the Cotonou Partnership Agreement is premised on the recognition of the independence of parties. And we acknowledge that EU is a partner to the ACP to which we belong. And we also acknowledge that they contribute towards our socio-economic development. Those we are not. The Honorable Member, Minority Leader, Honorable Chair, I think most have been fed, and wrongly so. Probably that's why his articulation was weak. When he quoted the contributions of the EU, you look at it, it is quoted from DOI paper. DOI circulated a document, and that's where those figures are. Fine. But what we want to say here is, he said, the things that the EU said are true, and they are our long-standing partners, and therefore we should find a way out. That's where his comments. What they said is true, and we should find a way out. What I've said here is, all governments in the world face governance challenges. The Gambia is no exception. We have challenges, and we desire and we want to improve, borrowing from the best. But we also must recognize the fact that it must ensure peace and stability and in the interest of the Gambia. Taking note also of our fabric, we are a religious country. So that the insinuation I had, Honorable Speaker, is that so far the EU is providing those assistance to the Gambia, therefore they can do it the way they want, so that we will say yes. If the Honorable Member will take all those funds on the servitude, on the colonial, on being a master servant issue, I think the average Gambian and the majority of Gambians are saying, no, we want to be free, independent, without those funds. We will be glad to get those funds with respect and respecting our dignity and respecting our independence and respecting our sovereignty. We can dialogue, give us and we give you. That's our premise. That's the premise. So the fact that the EU is helping, nobody is denying that. We are saying we are not going. We as a country, we felt insulted by the way and approach you have done, and therefore we are protesting against it, so that you do it in a better way, so that we can dialogue. So that's the only. We are not going to war. Honorable Speaker, the ICC protocol was not signed by all states. We have previous African leaders taken to the ICC, International Criminal Court. Some countries have not ratified that, because if you violate, it deals with people who violate people's rights. genocide, etc. And we know that they are involved in a lot of wars, invasions around the globe. Some countries refuse to sign to date. You cannot take their, whatever they do, you cannot take them to the ICC. That is their interest. The Kyoto Protocol, some countries have refused to sign it, and we are alarmed by the weather conditions, the changes in our in weather, and it's a threat to most developing countries. But some countries felt that their economic interests will be jeopardized, and they refuse to sign it. As true as it may be, as destructive as it may be, we also reserve the right to, in a small way, protect our interests, our social fabric, our independence, and our sovereignty. That's what we are saying. Honorable Speaker, Press TV is an Iranian-based television station. It gives its own views differently from the Western media. What happens? Western countries are blocking it. They don't want people to hear about it. And in a press freedom, let them talk. You go there, people are now finding ways to go how to get them. In France, in UK, and in various countries. Because they express their opinion, and honestly so, and they felt that it's not be aired in their areas, and they use their media these things to put them off. We will not be. We know what is happening. We all know these things. What is our fault then? It's a government by the people. They elected the government. And it's a government for the people. It has done a lot in achieving the desires. Honorable Speaker, we are asked to sign and ratify the second optional protocol to the Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Optional protocol. English language. Optional protocol. You are asking us to go and sign the optional protocol. We are asked to sign and ratify CAT, that is Convention on Torture, against torture. May I refer you people to Section 21 of the 1997 Constitution. Article 7 of the ICCPR states that no one shall be subject to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. Section 21 of the 1997 Constitution. And Section 21, let's remember, Parliament cannot change it. To change it, you must go into a referendum. And let's also note that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Any law that is in conflict with it, you are null and void. Any law. Section 21 says, no person shall be subject to torture or inhuman, degrading punishment or other treatment. Our own laws. The ICCPR is saying also that their condition is that no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment. This article is superseded by this one. Even if we ratify this, for us to go by it, we must domesticate it. It's already domesticated in our laws. What is the fuse about that? In our books, and it's the fundamental law. It's there and entrenched. Honorable Speaker, the honorable member, Minority Leader, my colleague, states that the issue of detention without charge, and that the Constitution does not provide for arrest without trial. Honorable Speaker, I want to, yes, the Constitution does not allow it.